good morning, boys. First chapter of ISC class 11 biology is the living world. Is the living world. So, first I will explain you what are the things you have to read in this chapter. First, you have to read the scope of the syllabus, and from the scope of the syllabus, ISC Council board has reduced some parts of some chapters. So you have to omit that part, that what are the parts you have to omitted by the, what are the parts which have omitted by the council, so you have to discard those parts. So we will start of this chapter, the living world, from the domains of the life. 3 domains of the life. We have divided the animals into main 3 domains. We have divided animals into 3 domains. On what basis we have divided the animals into 3 main? Domain means 3 main category. 3 means domain. These domains some animals, these domains some animals, and the domain some animals. So this living world, our world is huge. Huge animals are there. Many animals are there. We even don't know that their existence. They live in extreme condition, extreme environmental condition, like the deep sea, hot springs, Antarctica, acid lakes, marshes, bogs, marshes, ponds. So huge animals, and they are their habitats, their living conditions are totally different. So in the earlier ages, we didn't know about the organisms and their classifications. So the scientists, they have categorized some organisms, some prokaryotics, means old, some primitive organisms are under bacteria. So they said that the primitive organisms are bacteria, and they have put it under archaebacteria. Archae means old bacteria. But after that, DNA culture, DNA analysis, and their different biochemical characteristics revealed that no, there are many dissimilarities between these archaebacteria and the bacteria. Archaebacteria are the prokaryotes. They have huge dissimilarities with the bacteria. So those archaebacteria are now classified under into archaea. So the primitive organism, prokaryotes, are classified into a group that is known as archaea. Then the bacteria, and then we have domained into eukaryota. Eukaryota means U means new. Eukaryota. So let's see this living world, our animals and the plants, how we have segregated or how we have classified. So there are 3 main domains, 3 main domain, 3 main domains of life. We have classified life. We have classified life into 3 domains. And that 3 domains are, 3 domains I said, that 3 domains are: number 1, archaea. So all the prokaryotes are over here. Then the domain bacteria. Then the third domain is eukarya. EU means new. Eukarya. So domain archaea. Now on what basis we have divided this? On what basis we have divided these 3? The points are the difference in their rRNA. Difference in their rRNA. rRNA means ribosomal RNA. Difference in their rRNA. One question might have come in your mind: why rRNA? Why not DNA? On the basis of DNA we have not divided, because rRNA, their structures are almost similar in all the organisms, and their functions are similar, and there is very little changes are there in the evolution of these organisms in our living world. So rRNA has little bit changed only, and their functions are all similar in all the organisms. But the DNA, the function of DNA are different in different organisms. So we have not taken the DNA as a criteria. We have taken rRNA as a criteria, as a base of the difference. Next, we have taken the lipid membranes in the cell membrane, lipid layers, lipid structure. What are the different types of lipid structures are there in their cell membrane? Whether they are sensitive to antibiotics or not. So these three characteristics we have taken. So one is rRNA, next is lipid structure, third is their sensitivity. Their sensitivity to antibiotics, how they will act on the antibiotic. So based on that, based on these three, we have divided this, our living world into three main domains. One is archaea, one is bacteria, one is eukarya. Now the archaea. This archaea, the organisms are here in this category, in this domain. They are the prokaryotes, primitive prokaryotes. So point it out, primitive prokaryotes, they are the primitive prokaryotes. They are the primitive prokaryotes. They live in extreme condition, extreme environmental condition they live. Extreme environmental condition. They live in extreme environmental condition. It can be hot springs, it can be acid lakes, it can be Antarctica, it can be marshes. Their cell membrane, the lipid structure of their cell membrane is branched hydrocarbon. Lipid structure. Now, second point I said lipid structure. This is the first structure. This is the second lipid structure. Third is the sensitivity. So, second point is the lipids present in the cell membrane are unbranched hydrocarbon. Unbranched hydrocarbon chain. Unbranched hydrocarbon. They are not affected at all by the antibiotics. Not affected. Antibiotic. Antibiotics means antibacteria. So they are not affected by the antibiotics. And the archaea again classified into three types. They are three types. One is methanogens. Second is halophiles. Third is thermophiles. They are divided into three main, this archaea, the organisms divided into three main categories again. Methanogens. These type of methanogens, these type of organisms, they are the archaebacteria. They are the archaea, we can say, not bacteria we will say, because that will be wrong. They are the primitive prokaryotes. They are living in the swamps, marshes, guts of the cattles. You know, guts of the cattles. Inside the cattle's gut, inside the termite gut, in the alimentary canal, they live, this methanogen. They take carbon dioxide, nitrogen and hydrogen and produce methane. So these organisms can produce methane. Methane is present in the gobar gas. You all know. So they produce methane. So these organisms produce methane from carbon dioxide, hydrogen and nitrogen, and so that's why as they can produce methane, so their name is methanogens. They are the primitive organisms, primitive prokaryotes. They are known as Methanococcus, Methanococcus janusci, Methanococcus janusci. So these are the examples of methanogen. Next, I will discuss about halophytes. Halophytes, these are the organisms, they live extreme salty condition. Extreme salty. Extreme salty condition they live. Just like our Great Salt Lake, the Dead Sea, where the salt amount in the sea is very much, too much, 10 times more than the normal sea. Can you imagine? Sea water is so much salty, and the Dead Sea is having 10 times more salty than the normal sea water. So in that condition, extreme condition, these halophytes live. So they are known as halophytes. Next is thermophiles. They live extreme hot or extreme cold condition. They live in the extreme temperature. Extreme temperature they live. That can be sulfur springs, that can be Dead Sea. Near to the freezing point they can live. They are the Thermus aquaticus. Example is Thermus aquaticus. So these are the classifications of archaea. Only archaea. These are primitive organisms, primitive prokaryotes. Next is the bacteria. Bacteria, their lipid structure, I said first, the lipid structure, how the lipid structure will be. Lipid structures of the cell membrane is unbranched fatty acid. Unbranched. Here I said it is unbranched hydrocarbon. Here it will be unbranched fatty acid. Fatty acid I am writing Fa, fatty acid. Okay, fatty acid chains. Unbranched fatty acid chains are present. Their cell wall, another important thing. Bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan. Cell wall is peptidoglycan. Their DNA is present. These are the naked DNA. Naked DNA molecules are present in the cytoplasm. And now these bacteria are again divided into 5 categories. What are those 5 categories? Just see in the board. They are the number 1, proteobacteria. 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 Number 2, cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria. Proteobacteria, cyanobacteria, eubacteria. Chlamydias. Number 5, Spirochetes. Chaetes. Spirochetes. Now I will explain one by one. Proteobacteria. Proteobacteria, they are the old, pro means old bacteria. The examples I will say. Examples are Neisseria gonorrhoeae, one type of sexual transmitted disease is there that is known as gonorrhea and caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae, E. coli. They are the proteobacteria. Then cyanobacteria, they are the blue-green bacteria. Cyano means blue-green. Blue-green bacteria. Blue-green bacteria is almost, it is having a relation with the eukaryotic chloroplast. Blue-green, green from chloroplast, that's why. Next is the eubacteria. They are the Clostridium tetanus, disease-causing bacteria. Next are the chlamydiasis. Chlamydiasis is a disease, chlamydiasis. And it is produced by chlamydia. Chlamydiasis is also a sexual transmitted disease. So all these diseases, sexual STD, they are known as STDs, sexual transmitted disease. They are caused by these bacteria. Next are the Spirochete are the spiral bacteria. Just like syphilis, that is also one STD. So this is one STD, Spirochete, Chlamydomonas, Chlamydiasis, STD, and then this Neisseria gonorrhoeae, Proteobacteria, they are also causing sexual transmitted diseases. Okay, next we will go to eukarya. So we have completed the bacteria part. And they are sensitive to antibiotic. They are sensitive to antibiotics. Next is the eukarya. Next is the eukarya. Eukarya, all the eukaryotic organisms, all the newly evolutionary, which are new, they are under it. All the eukaryotes, eukaryotic organisms are here. All the eukaryotic organisms are here. Their cell membrane, the lipid structure of the cell membrane is made up of unbranched fatty acid. Lipid structure is unbranched fatty acid, Fa. Unbranched fatty acid. If the light is reflecting, I will show you the board again. Okay, don't worry. Next is the cell wall. Cell wall is made up of nowhere, just like the bacteria peptidoglycan is there, nowhere peptidoglycan. Cell wall is made up of chitin, or it can be made up of cellulose. Chitin in case of arthropodas, and cellulose in case of plants. So cell wall is made up of chitin and cellulose. They are resistant to antibiotic. They are resistant to antibiotic. Means they can resist. Okay. Now they have divided into 4 groups. One is Protista. Second is fungi or fungi. Third is Plantae, T-A-E, Plantae, and Animalia. Okay. So again I am telling, see, we are coming under into this Animalia. So this is a full living world in our hand. If we classify the organism like this way, on these bases, so we will get where is our position. So we are the eukaryotic organism. Our lipid structure is made up of unbranched fatty acids. Our cell wall, if our means here, not only animals, in case of plants are also there. So cell wall is made up of chitin. In case of plants, it is cellulose. Resistant to antibiotics. They are resistant to antibiotics, and so they are divided into 4 categories. One is Protista, all the single celled organisms. Single cell organism, you all know, amoeba, it can be euglena. Amoeba, euglena, they are the Protista, single celled organism. Then fungi, their cell wall is made up of chitin, not the cellulose. Chitin. And fungi examples are mold, bread mold, mushrooms. Plantae, you know, the cell wall is made up of cellulose, not chitin. So chitin is over here, cellulose is over here. So that's why the difference. That's why they have categorized into different domain. So they are the Plantae. And Animalia, we know, we are the heterotrophs. We don't have any cell wall. So our examples are sponge, jellyfishes, anything you can take. So these are the main 3 domains of the life. Okay, just see at a glance. For you, I am showing the full board. You can take the snapshot also. Next, in my next slide, in my next presentation, I will tell you about the major taxonomic hierarchies. Okay, you see it once. Thank you.